and say, right, okay, we're going to bring some new players in, because you ain't going to have the finances to do that. So unless you're under 23s, you're going to use that'll lower the age group, that's for sure. But they won't be good enough. And the one thing you talk about in the Premier League is you need experience. And at this moment in time, they'll be saying they need experience in their team because of where they are. I mean, okay, no problems, they're not going to get relegated. But at the same time, they need to improve, and I don't know how they do that. I don't know what the finances are at West Ham and whether they've got enough money to make the improvements they want to make.
Yeah, and as Les says, even if they free up the wages of the players who are on their way out, they're probably going to need to raise money elsewhere, Jamie. Do you think they might be looking at some of their star players? There's been talk perhaps of Kudus leaving.
Yeah, Kudus is a good player, hasn't hit the heights of previous seasons. And the other player is, I look at Jarrod Bowen, who's a fantastic player who could get in any side in the Premier League. I wonder where there comes a point where he doesn't want to be battling at the bottom of the table. He'll be looking at thinking, I'm too good for that. I know he's a captain, I know he obviously loves the club, and it is a big club, but they've got to get things going again, because it hasn't quite worked. There hasn't been the change under Graham Potter that he wanted. Of course it's going to take maybe another season. He's got that luxury because obviously he's coming after Lopetegui, but it started so well. Obviously they beat Fulham, they got a point at Villa, then beat Arsenal. It was like, okay, there's going to be a big change, but there hasn't been that impact. So they've got the Paquetá situation as well, which they're going to have to address. We're not sure what way that's going to go. But no, it hasn't been good enough by any stretch. But they want to make sure that they keep players. But as I say, the likes of Jarrod Bowen will want to play with other top players. Otherwise, there comes a point where I would certainly test their resolve at West Ham and make an offer, because he is so good.
Okay, I look at Newcastle last season, and you know, Elliot Anderson, who we saw earlier on, Newcastle at the centre at the start of the season, just to balance the books. For West Ham, it looks like that's what they're going to have to do. And then you're going to be selling your best players. Who are you going to replace them with? And that's that's a big job they've got at West Ham to change all the infrastructure and do what they need to do.
And again, at West Ham, they're looking for a different style of football, a manager with a different outlook, a different tactical approach.
Yeah, but you've got to have the players to play a certain way.